Ladies and gentlemen, let's stop pretending, shall we? The world isn't fair, it isn't kind, and it sure as hell isn't waiting to hand you a happy ending. No, it chews you up, spits you out, and laughs while you bleed. And yet, they tell you to be good, to be kind, to play nice. But kindness is weakness in a world that only respects power. The so-called good people, they're just bad people with better excuses. They wear their smiles like masks, hide their greed behind charity, and call their selfishness righteousness. They'll shake your hand with one and rob you blind with the other. But the villains are honest. They don't pretend. They don't dress their hunger in pretty words. They take what they want, do what they must, and never ask for permission. That's why they fear us, why they brand us as monsters. Because we don't bow, we don't break, and we don't lie to ourselves. And oh, how it terrifies them. You see, life isn't a battle between good and evil. No, it's a game of predators and prey. And you, my dear friend, must decide. Are you the hunter or the hunted? Are you the one writing the rules or the one trapped inside them? Because make no mistake, those rules weren't made for your benefit. They were built to keep you weak, obedient, caged. And when you finally wake up, when you finally see the strings pulling you due, what do you cut them? Or do you pretend they don't exist? They want you asleep. They want you afraid. Because fear keeps you in line. Fear makes you hesitate. Fear makes you easier to control. But what happens when you stop fearing them? When you stop fearing failure, judgment, pain, that's when they start fearing you. That's when the tables turn. So let them call you evil. Let them whisper your name like a curse. Wear it like armor, because the only people who change the world, who shatter the system, who carve their own path, are the ones bold enough to reject the lie of morality. Good people wait. Good people hesitate. Good people break. But those who embrace the dark, they endure, they rise, they take. The world isn't yours for the asking, it's yours for the taking. So take it, or burn the script they handed you. Tear down the illusions, forge your own legend, because in the end, the only real sin is being powerless. And I promise you this, power doesn't come from kindness. It comes from the willingness to do what others won't. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get one thing straight. No one cares about you. Not really. They care about what you can give them, how you can serve them, how you can make their lives easier. The moment you stop being useful, you stop existing. That's the truth they don't want you to see. They dress it up in pretty little lies, family, friendship, loyalty. But in the end, everyone is just looking out for themselves. And you're just another piece on their board. But here's the thing about the board. It only works if you follow the rules, if you stay in your place, if you keep pretending that being a pawn is noble. But pawns don't win the game. Pawns get sacrificed. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather flip the board than play a game where I'm meant to lose. They'll tell you to be patient, to wait for your turn, to work hard, to be good, and someday you'll be rewarded. But someday never comes. The ones at the top, they don't play fair. They don't follow the rules they set for you. They take what they want, when they want, and laugh while you struggle to climb a ladder they keep pulling higher. So tell me, why are you still playing their game? Why are you still waiting for permission to live, to fight, to take? They won't hand you anything. They never have. The only ones who get what they want in this world are the ones ruthless enough to reach out and take it. They call it greed. They call it selfishness. But what do they call their own hunger, ambition, success, drive? Funny, isn't it? The same actions but different words. It's only wrong when you do it. When they do it, it's justified. When they lie, steal, manipulate, it's strategy. When you do it, you're the villain, fine. Be the villain. Be the nightmare they whisper about. Because the truth is, they don't fear monsters. They fear competition. They fear someone who isn't shackled by their illusions. Someone who sees the game for what it is and refuses to play along. And that's real power. But power isn't given. It's taken, earned, ripped from the hands of those too weak to hold it. And if you're not willing to do that, if you're not ready to take what's yours, then you deserve to be crushed beneath the weight of those who are. Harsh, maybe. But the world is harsh. Life doesn't care about your dreams, your feelings, your excuses. It only respects those who refuse to break, those who refuse to kneel, those who understand that the only way to survive is to carve their own path, no matter how many rules they have to break along the way. They'll tell you to be careful, to slow down, to think about the consequences. But here's a secret: the ones who win don't hesitate. They don't second guess. They act decisively, without regret, because hesitation is death. It's a crack in your armor, a moment of weakness. And in this world, one moment is all it takes to lose everything. So let them call you reckless. Let them call you ruthless. Because the ones who tell you to slow down are the ones who want to keep you behind. The ones who tell you to be patient are the ones who fear what you'll become if you stop waiting. And when they finally see you rise, when they see you take what they swore you'd never have, they'll call you lucky. Lucky. As if you didn't bleed for every inch. As if you didn't fight for every breath. As if you didn't burn for it. Let them call it whatever makes them sleep better at night. You'll know the truth. Because at the end of the day, there are two kinds of people in this world. Those who watch and those who act. Those who dream and those who do. Those who beg and those who take. So tell me, which one are you? Ladies and gentlemen, they told you that playing fair would get you somewhere. That if you followed the rules, smiled at the right people, bowed at the right time, you'd win. But tell me, how many graves are filled with people who followed the rules? How many forgotten faces once believed in justice, kindness, patience? The ones who win don't ask for permission. They don't wait in line. They don't beg, they take. The world isn't some fairy tale. There are no heroes waiting to save you. No magical moment where everything suddenly gets better. There's only you, and the choices you make, and the strength or weakness you show. They'll tell you to be a good person. But what has goodness ever done for you? What has kindness ever given you except scars? They say monsters are born, not made. That's a lie. Monsters are created in the dark corners of the world, in the places where no one listens to your screams. Monsters are shaped by betrayal, by loss, by the slow realization that no one is coming to save you. You learn that if you don't stand up for yourself, no one will. If you don't fight for what's yours, they will take everything from you and smile while doing it. They want you afraid, fearful, weak, because weak people are easy to control. Weak people ask for permission. Strong people don't. Strong people don't care about their rules, their judgments, their carefully crafted illusions of morality. And morality, oh, that's the biggest joke of them all. Morality is just a leash they use to keep you from reaching out and taking what's right in front of you. But tell me, why is it wrong when you break the rules, but not when they do? Why is your ambition dangerous, but theirs is justified? You ever notice that? Because the truth is, the game is rigged. The ones in power didn't get there by playing fair. They took, they manipulated, they crushed whoever stood in their way. But the moment you decide to stop being their puppet, the moment you decide to take what's yours, they label you the villain. So be the villain. Be the nightmare that keeps them awake at night. Be the chaos they can't control. Because no matter how much they preach about good and evil, There's only one truth: the strong survive and the weak serve. Which one are you? They'll tell you power corrupts. Another lie: power doesn't corrupt, it reveals. It strips away the mask and shows you what someone truly is. The ones who claim to be righteous, to be selfless. Watch what happens when they get a taste of real power. They become worse than the monsters they claim to hate. But not you. You've already seen the truth. You've already stepped into the dark and realized it's not the enemy. The dark doesn't lie to you. The dark doesn't pretend to be something it's not. It embraces you. It gives you strength. They'll beg you to stay in your place, to be small, to be quiet. They'll tell you to play nice, to be humble, to wait your turn. But what happens when you stop waiting? What happens when you refuse to be ignored? That's when they panic. That's when they see you for what you really are: unstoppable. You don't owe them kindness. You don't owe them mercy. If they wanted kindness, they shouldn't have made you suffer. If they wanted mercy, they shouldn't have made you bleed. They made you this way, and now they have the audacity to be afraid. Good. Let them be afraid. Let them see what happens when you stop being their pawn. Let them watch as you burn down everything they built to keep you caged. Because in the end, there are two kinds of people: those who follow and those who lead. Those who kneel and those who rise. And trust me, they are terrified of the ones who rise. So rise, take, own, rule, because no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you your dreams. It's up to you. And if you have to become the villain to get what's yours, then so be it. The world doesn't need more heroes. It needs more monsters who aren't afraid to take what they deserve. And that, my friends, is the only truth that matters.